So here our practical is this: study and simulate the 180 degree, 120-degree mode and 150-degree mode of voltage source inverter. Yeah. In theory, we have studied the 180 and 120-degree mode of inverter. Yeah. 150-degree mode of inverter theory I give for the self-study. You can do the same calculation as we have done for the 180 and 120. Just change is that each and every thyristor is conducting for the 150-degree duration. Yeah. So first you draw the circuit diagram, then gate pulse, and then after see which how many switches are turned on in each 60-degree interval, and based on that draw the equivalent circuit, and then after find out the line voltage and phase voltages for 150-degree mode. Okay, so that topic I give you for the self study. That is not in your theory and then not in your syllabus, but we will do the simulation on that. That is also for the self study. So in this simulation practical we will do the first 180 mode of inverter. So here you can see in this MATLAB simulation, I already built this MATLAB simulation. We have used the 6 IGBT oblique diode switch. You can see that 6 switches S1, S2, S3, S4, S5 and S6. Okay, I give the name of this all the switches based on the sequence in which it is turned on. So S1 switch turn on first, so it is S1, then S2, S3, S4, S5 and then S6. Clear? So there are 3 legs. You can see that from each leg we provide the connected to the load. So here we have 3-phase load star connected and we take the balanced load condition. It means all the value of this resistor in each phase has the same value. So here you can see that all the resistance in each phase has the same value of 10 ohm. So it is a balanced star connected load. Here at the supply side we have taken this 450 watt DC supply. Clear? Now our aim is to measure the line voltage and phase voltage and verify that what is your line voltage and phase voltage in the simulation and match with the line voltage and phase voltage we get in the theory. Clear? So we get the same waveform for phase voltage and line voltages as we have got in the theory. So let's just verify this answer here. So here you can see that for turning on all the 6 switch, here we provide that pulse generator to turning on this all the 6 thyristor. Clear? So as you know that in one cycle there are 6 steps and each step of 60-degree interval there are 3 thyristors are conducting in 180-degree mode. Clear? So first mode 0 to 60 degree, which thyristors are in on condition? Can anyone give me the answer? Which thyristors are in on mode? In 180-degree mode of voltage source inverter, first mode between 0 to 60 degree or step 1, which thyristors are conducting?
1, 5 and 6.
Yes, very good. 1, 5 and 6. Clear? Then after
1, 2 and 6.
yes, then after 1, 2 and 6. And then after as a sequence 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6 and then again 5, 6, 1 repeated. Clear? So this is the sequence in which all these thyristors are conducting in a stepwise. So as you know that thyristor S1 that is conducting between 0 to 180. All of you please see the theory in which we have draw the gate pulses of all the switches. આપણે જે થિયરીમાં કરાવ્યું છે વેવફોર્મ જુઓ પ્લીઝ. See the switch number 1 that is conducting from omega t is equal to 0 to 180. Clear? So in this pulse generator you can see that I set amplitude as it is 10. Here I set the period 20 millisecond because I want the output voltage of 50 Hz frequency. Clear? This is a 3-phase output of 50 Hz frequency. So here I set the frequency duration 0.02. It means 20 millisecond second. Clear? This is the duration of 50 Hz cycle. Now pulse width is 50%. 50% pulse width, it means that in this 20 millisecond time 50% of this 20 millisecond S1 toward the gate pulse. Clear? So it is a percentage of period. It means that 0 to 10 millisecond this pulse generator provide the gate pulse to the switch number 1 here at the gate terminal. Clear? Because as you know that S1 is turned on for 180-degree duration and from 0 to 180. So there is no delay. So you can see that I provide the phase delay of 0 second. It means start from omega t is equal to 0 and end at this 180 degree. It means at 180 degree your switch number S1 is become off. Clear? So this is clear to all of you. Pulse generator number 1. Any doubt? Yes or no?
No, sir.
Now same way second switch number S2. Where S2 is on? See in the gate pulse. Where S2 is on? First time
60 degree.
60 degree. Okay. So what change in this pulse generator 2 for switch number S2? Amplitude as it is, period is as it is, pulse width is as it is. Why? Because each switch is conducting for 180 degree. That is a half of your total duration. Total period is 360 degree. Time is 20 millisecond. Half of that period, it means 50% your switch is conducting. Now you can see the phase delay. I provide the phase delay in second. In angle, phase delay is 60 degree. So here convert this 60 degree into second. So as you know that 360 degree is 20 millisecond. So 60 degree is how much? So that is 60 multiplied 0.02 divided by 360. Okay. So it means that at 660 degree interval, or sorry, at 60 degree angle, switch number S2 get the gate pulse. Clear? How much duration? So that is a 50% of your total duration. So it means S2 starts at 60 degree and end at 60 plus 180. It means at 240 degree. It becomes off. That you can also see in the gate pulse. Clear? So you have to just change here in the phase delay. In every switching pulse, gate pulse generator, all these three parameters as it is, amplitude, period and pulse width, only you have to just change this phase delay, because each and every switch turn on at a different instant of angle or different instant of time. So switch S2 is turned on at 60 degree, so convert into time. So from 60 degree to next 180 degree, that switch is remaining conduction mode. Now tell me what is for switch number S3? What is the period? What is the phase delay for switch number 3? Where it is conducting?
120 degree.
Yes, next 60 degree. So 60 plus 60, it means at 120 degree. After conduction of S2, next 60 degree, it means at 120 degree, your S3 will conducting. So here we provide the phase delay of 120 degree. Again convert into second. Clear? 120 degree into 20 millisecond divided by 360. The rest of the parameter as it is for all the gate pulse. Clear? Now switch number 4. It is turned on at 180 degree. So you can see that provide the phase delay of 180 degree. Clear? Now switch number 5. Switch number 5 is that is minus 120. Why it is minus 120?
Because it starts conducting from 240 degree.
Sorry. Yes. Where it is start? 240 degree.
240 degree.
But in the if you see the waveform, gate pulse waveform, in the previous cycle, where it is start? See the gate pulse of switch number S5 in your notebook. Okay, let's just see this waveform here. All of you can see here. बताएं देखा जी screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Now
sir.
you can see that T5. It means switch number 5 that is on at 240 degree here. Clear? Just after turning off of the T2. So from 240 to 360, that is conducting in this cycle. Clear? And rest of the 60 degree interval that is conducting in next cycle. Clear? So you can see that at the initial period 0 to 60 degree, your T5 is also conducting. So why this 0 to 60 it is conducting? Because in the previous cycle before 120 degree, from this point your T5 is already in conducting mode. Like this way, you can see that here, after 360 degree here, your next cycle will start. Clear? But again, your T5 is continue conducting up to 60 degree, because duration of conduction of T5 is what? 180. So 240 plus 180 is what? 420. So 360. Then next, after the next 60 degree up to 420, that is means next cycle, that is conducting in next cycle of output voltage. So it means that in this cycle, in this first cycle, your T5 is conducting 120 degree before omega t is equal to 0. Understand or not? This is a 60 degree interval, but 120 degree before this instant omega t is equal to 0, your T5 is already conducting. Let's see the example of this case here. Clear? Here your T5 is conducting from 0 to 60 degree next cycle. Clear? But you can see that where it is start conducting? From 240 degree. So it means from this point 120 degree before, the T5 is already in conducting. All of you understand or not?
Yes, sir.
If you provide the phase delay of 240, then what will happen? You not get this gate pulse between 0 to 60 degree in this first cycle. Okay, so that's why to get this gate pulse in steady state condition between 0 to 60 degree, we provide the phase delay of minus 120 degree. It means that from this omega t is equal to 0, before that 120 degree in advance, your T5 is already in conducting mode. Okay, so that's why you can see that here in the simulation, we provide the phase delay of minus 120 degree. Now I think all of you understand why I'm writing here minus 120. Clear? So that you can get the gate pulse for switch number 5 between 0 to 60. Otherwise, if you provide the phase delay of 240 degree, then you not get the gate pulse between 0 to 60 degree. All of you understand this concept?
Yes, sir.
Now same way,
Yes, sir.
what is the conduction phase delay for switch number 6? Switch number 6. Again, see the gate pulse. In this cycle, where your T6 is conducting, initially it is conducting at 300. Yes, but conduction duration is 180. So it is remain conducting up to 120 in the next cycle also. So 0 to 120 degree, that is conducting in next cycle. Yes. So that's why you can see that at initial period between 0 to 120 you get the gate pulse for T6, because in the previous cycle your T6 is conducting. So now in previous cycle, for how much duration it is conducting? How much duration it is conducting in the previous cycle from
60.
this point? Yes, 60 degree.
60.
So what is the phase delay?
Minus 60.
Yes, very
Yes,
good.
60.
It is a minus 60. It is a minus 60 because in the previous cycle it is conducting. Clear? So we take phase delay for switch number 6 minus 60. You can see that here. And convert it into second. All of you clear this one? All the gate pulse for all the 6 switches? All of you clear? Any doubt?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now you can see that what is our supply voltage? 450. Okay, now here you can see that we measure the 6 parameter, 3 line voltages and 3 phase voltages. This is your neutral point, common point for all these 3 phase resistance. Now you can see that this voltmeter measures the A phase voltage, VAN. N means neutral, A means phase A. So positive terminal, you can see that is connected at the positive side, and negative terminal of voltmeter, that is connected with the common neutral point. Clear? So this voltmeter output, this one, that gives the phase A voltage that I measure in the scope number 1. Clear? Same way phase B, positive connected here, positive side, negative connected with the neutral or ground, and then output we measure at the second axis of this scope. Same way phase C. Clear? This is a phase C. Clear? This is actually phase C. CN. Clear? Now same way measure the line voltage VAB, VBC and VCA or VAC. So here you can see that this voltmeter measures the line voltage between phase A and B. Positive is connected with phase A, this one, and negative is connected with phase B. And output that is connected in scope number 4th axis. And then here this voltmeter measures the VBC line voltage and this one VAC. Clear? So here we measure the 6 parameters or 6 voltages, 3 line voltages and 3 phase voltages. All of you please see the notebook. What is the waveform of line voltage and phase voltage? And then verify this line voltage and phase voltage by simulation. So here I already run this simulation. So check this waveform. First 3 that is a line voltage, phase voltage, and the next 3 that is a line voltage. You can see this. So you can see that A phase, B phase and C phase voltage, you get the 6-step waveform. This type of waveform is called as the 6-step waveform because in one cycle you get the 6 step. You can see that between 0 to 60 degree you get Vs by 3 voltage. Then 60 to 120 here you get 2 Vs by 3. Then 120 to 180 in this duration you get Vs by 3. Then 180 to 240 you get minus Vs by 3. Then 240 to 300 here you get minus 2 Vs by 3. And then 300 to 360 you get minus Vs by 3. So in one cycle 0 to 360 degree you get the 6-step voltages. Each 60 degree step you get the different voltages. Okay, so that's why it is called as the 6-step output voltage. Same way phase B and phase C is also a 6-step voltages, but each and every phase is 120 degree apart from each other. Clear? You can see that here phase B that get the positive Vs by 3 at 120 degree, where phase A that get at omega t is equal to 0. So it means there is a 120 degree phase displacement. Same way between phase B and C there is a 120 degree phase displacement, and phase A and phase C also has a 120 degree phase displacement. Clear? So this is a 3-phase voltages, and last 3 that is a line voltages. First this one is line voltage VAB. So as you know that 0 to 120 degree you get the how much voltage? Vs. You can see that is a Vs 450 volt. Clear? And then after from 120 to 180 you get the 0. Then 180 to 300 you get minus Vs, and then after 300 to 360 you get the 0 value. Same way for VBC and VCA. All of you just understand this? So you can see that phase voltage and line voltage we get by the simulation same as we get in the theory. Okay, all of you understand this simulation of 180 degree
Yes.
mode? Any doubt? Any doubt to anyone?
सर एक बार वो दिखाइए ना waveforms.
Okay. Let's see this waveform and please verify this waveform with the theoretical waveform. See here I show this 2 cycle, okay, 0 to 0.02. Here one cycle is completed. Then after is repeated again for the next cycle 0.04. So here I show the simulation answer for 2 cycle of output voltage, because I set the simulation time 0.04. It means 40 milliseconds. Clear? Any doubt? Anyone? This waveform?
No, sir.
Now let's do the FFT analysis of these phase voltages and then check what is the harmonic contained in this output voltage. Wait for some time because it takes time to run the simulation. Yes. Always say at the fundamental frequency 50 Hz because here we generate the output voltage based on the 50 Hz frequency. As you know that in the gate pulse, we have provided the time period of 50 Hz cycle. Yeah. So you can see that here, I directly get this phase voltage A phase, automatically select the first scope here. So let's run this and check what are the harmonic contained in this output voltage. Always select the number of one cycle only because whatever harmonic you get in the one cycle, same harmonics you get in the second cycle also. So now check this, which harmonics are contained in your output voltage. Yes, this one. Now what is the observation of this FFT analysis? If you compare this FFT analysis with the single phase inverter FFT analysis. In the last lab session, we have simulated the VSI, okay, single phase voltage source inverter. For bipolar technique and unipolar technique. Clear? In that, we get the different order of harmonics. Clear? Now, in this case, what is the dominant order harmonics? See this bar chart
First,
and yes.
zero.
Sorry. Yes, please. Give the answer. What is the dominant
First,
harmonics? No, first is the fundamental. This is not a harmonics. Okay. First is the fundamental component. N is equal to 1. That is a 50 Hz component. I say
and
what is the
fifth.
dominant harmonics? Fifth one. Okay. Then can see the sixth one is 0. All the even order harmonics are 0. You can see that. Then seventh. Okay. You can see that you not get the third order harmonics. It is almost 0. Why it is 0? We have already proved this in Fourier analysis. Equation of 180-degree mode. If you remember that. In the last lecture of 180-degree mode, we have write the phase voltage equation of Fourier analysis. In that, if you put the n is equal to 3 or multiple of 3, then the phase value of output voltage becomes 0. It means for all the triplet harmonics, which is a multiple of 3, all are 0 in this output voltage. All the phase voltages, phase A, phase B or phase C. Clear? So this is a practically prove that in your output voltage, this 6-step output voltage in 180-degree mode, there is no triplet harmonics are present. Or you can say that its value is almost 0. You can see that all the triplet harmonics, 3, 6, 9, 12, all are almost 0. Clear? All the odd value of or the even value of multiple of 3, all are 0. You can check this. This is 3, this is 6, this is 9, here, this is 12, this is 15, all are almost 0. Clear? So dominant order harmonics in this case, that is what fifth is the dominant order harmonics. If you check that the normal inverter, square wave of inverter, in that first dominant order harmonic is third order harmonics. Clear? But here in the case of 180-degree mode of three-phase voltage source inverter, first dominant order harmonic is fifth. Then after 7, 11, 13, and so on. Clear? So that's why you can see that the THD is very less as compared to the single phase inverter. Yeah. If you observe that THD in the single phase inverter, that is very high because the component of third order harmonic is very high. If you know that it is 33%, if you remember clearly. Clear? So this is a THD or harmonic analysis of phase voltage. Same way you can also do the FFT analysis for the line voltages. So this is all about the simulation of 180-degree mode. And one thing is you can also check the gate pulse by taking the another scope. So you can see that here I take the another scope and through which I can measure all the gate pulse of the switches. I connect all the switch gate pulse in the sequence. First in the scope, that is for the switch number 1, second for switch number 2, this one third for switch number 3, and so on up to S6. Clear? So you can also measure the gate pulse here and 6 voltages, 3 line voltages and 3 phase voltages, and then after do the FFT analysis and check the dominant of the harmonics as well as THD. Clear? Now same way you can also do the FFT, so you can simulate the 120-degree mode of inverter. Okay. So now let's just tell me what thing you have to do in this simulation of 120-degree mode. What changes is required in this simulation of 180-degree to convert into 120-degree mode? First of all, we have required to change in the pulse generator, all the pulse generator of all the 6 switches. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Because all the switches are turning on at the same instant, but the duration of conduction of the switch is different. Clear? So what change is required in pulse generator 1 for switch number S1 if you simulate the 120-degree mode of inverter? And સુધી બધાને clear છે 180-degree? Then after we move for the 120. All of you clear the 180-degree mode of inverter? All of you clear? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
let's
Yes.
check this. Okay, let's check the gate pulse for switch number 1, S1. So what are the changes is required here? If you simulate 120-degree mode, amplitude is as it is, period is as it is. Clear? That 2 parameter is common for 180 as well as 120. Pulse width is remain as it is, 150, or sorry, 50%, or it is different? Yes? It is different or it is same as 50%?
Same as 50%.
Why same as 50%?
Different.
If it is
Different.
different, then what is the value?
33.33.
Yes, very good. Because in 120-degree mode, each switch is conducting for 120-degree duration. This is a 1/3 of your total duration. Here. So write down here in percentage pulse width. Then after provide the phase delay as it is 0° because in 120-degree also your S1 is on at omega t is equal to 0°. It means at 0 second. Clear? All of you clear why here it is 33.33? Or you can also write 100/3. Okay. You can also write 100/3 like this way. In all the gate pulse of all the switches. That is remain common because all the switches are turned on for 120-degree duration. So these 3 parameters remain common. Again for 120-degree mode, amplitude is 10. You can also set the amplitude 1 because amplitude is not matter here. For any magnitude of amplitude if you given, then your switch will come on. Clear? Period is remain as it is 20 millisecond and pulse width is 1/3 of your total duration. So here 100% divided by 3. It means 360 divided by 3. Here it is written in percentage, so it is 100/3. And provide the phase delay based on the angle at which it is turned on. So switch number 1 is turned on at 0 second, so it is 0 delay. Clear? So same way for switch number 2, pulse generator 2. Again here switch number 2, here I write the 100 by 3. Now what is the phase delay? What is the phase delay? Where it is turn on? Same 60 degree or not? See the gate pulse for 120 degree. આજના લેક્ચરમાં જો ક્લાસ નોટ જો all of you. What is the phase delay here?
60 degree.
As it is
60 degree.
okay, yes, as it is 60 degree. So pulse generator 1, 0 delay, switch number S2 delay is 60 degree, then switch number 3, here I put 100 by 3. Then what is the phase delay? As it is or it is different?
120 degree.
Yes, it is 120 degree. Now switch number 4. Yes, here. Same?
180 degree.
Yes, it is 180. Now for switch number 5. It is minus 120.
Yes, minus 120.
Yes, sir.
No, it is not minus 120. Think about it.
Minus 60.
Where it is start? Switch number 5.
240.
240. Then where it is off?
360.
360. So in the next cycle, there is any duration of previous cycle?
No, 240.
So what is the delay here?
240.
Yes, it is 240. Simple. Because it is not conducting in the next cycle. Whole duration 240 to 360, 120 degree duration is complete within this same cycle. Clear? So in this cycle, first time it is on at 240 degree. Clear? All of you? कोई अगर doubt है आमा?
No,
All of you?
sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Now same way for switch number 6. Now it is very important.
Minus 60.
Sorry?
Minus 60.
It is minus 60 because it is start at 300.
300.
So 300 to 360 that is conducting in the same cycle, and next 60 degrees that is conducting from 360 to 0. Clear? It means phase angle is minus 60 degree, and here pulse width is 100 by 3. So here this is a gate pulse for, here I just change 100 by 3. Clear? So this is a gate pulse for 120 degree mode of inverter. Clear? Now let's run this simulation and check the output voltage, phase voltage and line voltage. I think it takes some time to run simulation completely. So wait for some time. And please see the waveform of 120 degree mode, phase and line voltage, theoretical waveform. And let's verify it by this simulation waveform. So let's check this waveform. Now you can see that what is the magnitude of phase voltage? Phase A. So the magnitude. આજે જોયું આપણે થિયરીમાં સવારે. What is the phase A voltage?
Yes, by 2.
Vs by 2. So now you can see this
Yes, by
waveform.
2.
What is our Vs here? 450. So what is Vs by 2? 225. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So you can
sir.
see that in the
Yes, sir.
waveform, just about 200, that is 225 you get between 0 to 120. Clear? And then 120 to 180 you get the zero voltage. That is phase A. Then 180 to 300 you get minus Vs by 2. It means here minus 225. And then 300 to 360 you get the zero voltage. Check it. Clear all of you? This one, phase A. Same way you can see phase B and phase C. Same as we get in the theory. All of you check this. It is same? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now next thing is to see the line voltages. Phase AB, VAB. So you can see that VAB first you get between 0 to 60, that is Vs. It means 450 here.
Yes.
And then after 60 to 120, how much? 60 to 120? Vs by 2. Yes, it is Vs by 2. And then after 120 to 180 minus Vs by 2. And then you can see the 180 to 240, it is minus Vs. And then
Yes.
here that is
Minus Vs by 2.
minus Vs by 2. So what is the observation if you compare the phase voltage, line voltage of 120 and 180? If you see that in 180 degree mode, we get the 6-step waveform in the phase voltages. Where here in the 120 degree mode, you get the 6-step waveform in the line voltages. If you observe this waveform. See, this is a line voltage of 120 degree, that is a 6-step. Clear? Vs by 2, Vs, then again minus Vs by 2, minus Vs and 0. So in one cycle, you get the 6-step. Here, all the line voltage, VAB, VBC and VCA. So this is a 6-step waveform. This is a line voltage in 120 degree mode. But in case of 180 degree mode, you get this type of step waveform, 6-step waveform in the phase voltages. Clear? So there is a one comparison point between 120 and 180, that in 180 degree mode, you get the 6-step waveform in the phase voltage, where in the 120 degree mode, you get the 6-step waveform in the line voltages. Same way for the, here you can see that 120 degree mode, you get the phase voltage. That type of waveform is called as a quasi-square waveform. 120 degree you get the waveform, then after next 60 degree you get 0, then again you get the negative, maximum, and then again 0. So this type of waveform is called as a quasi-square waveform. But if you see the waveform of 180 degree mode, this type of quasi-square waveform you get in the line voltage. If you observe that. Clear? So exactly opposite waveform you get in the phase and line voltage in 120 and 180 degree mode. Clear? Now let's do the FFT analysis for this output voltage in 120 degree mode. So this is our line voltage, phase voltage, which is a quasi-square waveform. Okay. Let's see that again. You can see this. In this case also the third order harmonic is absent. In this case also the multiple of 3 and all the even order harmonics that are 0 and dominant order harmonic is 5th one. Then 7th, then 11th and so on. Clear? Understand all of you? Same way you can also do the FFT analysis of the 6-step line voltage. So input 4, that is your VAB. Yes, so you can see here, this waveform come here. So this red line, that is the once complete cycle of VAB voltage. And let's do the FFT analysis of this. Again, you can see the third order harmonic is absent. So it means that in short, in 120 and 180 degree mode of voltage source 3-phase inverter, multiple of third and all the even order harmonics are absent. Now, as you know that here dominant order harmonic is fifth, so it means that the frequency is high as compared to the third order harmonic. So the size of the filter required in 3-phase inverter is less as compared to we require the size of filter in single phase inverter. But if you see the overall size, that is higher in 3-phase inverter because we require the 3-phase filter for each phases. Clear? But if we compare with the one phase, so in that case the cost of filter is less in case of 3-phase inverter as compared to the single phase inverter. Clear? So that's the comparison. Also you can write in the comparison between single phase and 3-phase voltage source inverter. Now the point is that which mode of inverter is better, 180 or 120. So some of the point we already discussed in the lecture. That first point is that commutation time is not sufficiently provided in 180 degree mode. Clear? Because as you can see that in the theory, this is a 180 degree mode. T1 is turned off at 180 and T4 is start at the 180 also. So at the same instant, omega t is equal to 180. May be possible that both the switches are remaining on condition. So what will happen if 1 and 4 is remain on, your supply will be short circuited. Clear? So there must be a provided sufficient commutation time to the outgoing thyristor so that there are less chances of short circuit of your supply. Clear? So that is possible by using the 120 degree mode, because you can see that in 120 degree mode you provide the sufficient duration of 60 degree interval between outgoing thyristor and incoming thyristor. You can see in the gate pulse of 120 degree mode, T1 is turned off at 120 degree, but T4 is start at 180 degree. So there is a 60 degree interval between two thyristor of the same leg. So in this 60 degree interval, this is sufficient for completely turn off this T1. It means in this time duration, T1 is completely commutated. So there is no chances of short circuit of your supply. Clear? So this is the advantage of 120 degree mode. But another disadvantage is that if you calculate the power output of 180 and 120 degree, then you can observe that 180 degree mode gives the more power output as compared to the 120 degree. Because you can see that here, take the example of this phase A. So in the phase A, you get the output voltage 0 between 120 to 180 degree. Clear? It means you get the 0 power here in this case. So overall power in one cycle in 120 degree is less as compared to the 180 degree. So if you require the more output power, then this 120 degree is less advantageous as compared to the 180 degree. But if you see the practical wise, 180 degree is not possible. Exactly 180 degree is not possible because you cannot turn off the T1 exactly at the 180 and turn on the T4 at exactly 180 degree. Clear? Because there is some instant during which both are remain turned on at the same time, and that must not be possible because otherwise your supply will be short circuited and damage your inverter. Clear? So you can also use the inverter in between 120 and 180. So the next inverter you can use, that is a 150 degree mode of inverter. So what happened in 150, each switch is conducting for 150 degree duration. So in that case you get the output voltage more than 120, as well as you can get the 30 degree interval for the commutation of the thyristor. So whatever the problem of 180 and 120, that you can nullify by using the 150 degree mode of inverter. Clear? So if you require more output power, then you can go for the 150 degree mode of inverter, neither 180 nor 120. Clear? Ideally you can use 180 degree mode because it gives the maximum output power, but problem is that commutation failure will create the damage of your 3-phase inverter or switches of this inverter. Clear? So generally prefer that less than 180 degree mode of inverter. You can use the 150 degree mode. But in most of the practical conditions where we require the very less harmonic content, in that case we use the SPWM Technics 3-phase inverter. Same as we see in the previous practical, bipolar and unipolar techniques. So in that we see that unipolar technique is best suited to remove the lowest order harmonics. Okay. So same way you can also use the SPWM technique, sinusoidal pulse width modulation technique, or unipolar PWM techniques in case of 3-phase inverter also. Okay. So this is a basic inverter operation, 120, 180 and 150. These are the basic operation of inverter. Same like a square wave inverter in single phase inverter. Yeah, આપણે જોયું તો square wave inverter. Give the square wave output voltage. Yeah, then after we go for the different PWM techniques. The same way here, this 180, 120 and 150, that is a basic inverter operation method. But for more efficient inverter, you can go for the PWM technique inverter, so that output is high as well as harmonic content is less. Clear? So here this is all about this practical 180 degree mode simulation, 120 degree mode simulation, then harmonic analysis, and we analyze that all the triplet harmonics are absent, and comparison between 180 and 120. Then what is the base choice? So go for in between these two, it means 150 degree mode of inverter. So in the simulation of 150 that I give you for the self study, in that you have to just change the value of phase delay as well as pulse width. Clear? So pulse width here is based on the 150 degree. Then phase delay is based on the instant at which the thyristor is on. Clear? So I hope all of you understand this operation of 180 and 120. So it is easy for you to simulate the 150 degree mode of voltage source inverter. So if you have any doubt, please ask the questions. Otherwise, here we stop this lab session. So here in this simulation, we do the 3 simulation. First is 180, then 120, and then after for self study, you can do the 150 degree mode of inverter. All of you clear this thing? Any doubt? Anyone?
No, sir.
Okay. So here I stop this lecture, and I will submit the assignment for this experiment number 3. So you have, all of you please submit the MATLAB model file of all the 3 simulation, 180, 120 and 150 degree mode. Yes.